Hey everybody, it's Becca Pati, namaste. So awesome to have you guys with me in the amazing place of Placencia, Belize. It's my second last day here, and I wanted to share a little bit of a yoga video with you, and of course do a little bit of commentary on some things that are affecting me right now and actually have been affecting me for a really long time, and that is this idea of chronic inflammation because of stress and anxiety and lifestyle choices. So I know it's probably a little tough to see, but this morning, I don't know if you can see, but I woke up with some pretty serious mosquito bites that caused a lot of my body parts, like my wrist and a little bit in through my elbow, to become really inflamed. And the biggest thing is when I woke up, my eye, so that was quite a few hours ago, but my eye was almost like glued shut. And when I went to the washroom just to brush the teeth and do the things that we do, all of a sudden I was like, what the heck? Because my eye initially wasn't itchy or anything. I just was noticing that I couldn't quite open it all the way. And it got me thinking about this idea of chronic inflammation, and certainly as a healer, so some of you know, but maybe don't know, but I'm not just a yoga teacher, which I don't want to use that phrase, just a yoga teacher, because yoga teachers and healers are phenomenal people, let's get real. More so, I do massage therapy, and I study how stress and anxiety affects the body, especially through our past traumas and the things that we store in our cells. It's like a really valuable topic for me because of my own past. So growing up certainly was a struggle for myself, and I know that I carry a lot of this inflammation response with me as an adult. And I've done a lot of the work. I mean, we've done a lot of the work together, right? Through our yoga for the last 6 years, and I've been practicing for over 15 and certainly been engaged in a lot of other energetic therapies as well. But one of the biggest things that kind of keeps coming up for me is that whenever I'm placed in a situation or a circumstance that causes me stress or a feeling of anxiety, or I'm not doing self-care, instantly my body goes back to this trauma state from when I was younger, which is actually a fact in terms of those who have been traumatized. The body remembers trauma so well that if we keep repeatedly putting ourselves in scenarios, the body remembers it as if it was the first time it happened. And so we get this a massive amount of chronic inflammation that starts to creep up. If you're wondering what that sound is, it's not me. We've got a little, watering of the plants going on behind me. There we go. But so the question always lies is, okay, so then how does this inflammation reduce itself? And I truly believe that it's kind of like a daily practice for those of us who are sufferers with this, right? So I find that when I'm sleeping well, when I'm doing activities that are beneficial for my body, mind, I've started to run, and so that's why I've got my little running gear on as well as my yoga stuff today. I went for a 30-minute run, which worked out to just over 5K, and absolutely beautiful, right? We get a chance to, it's like a moving meditation, like our asana practice, our yoga practice. And I realize that not only do we have to do things for ourselves, but we also have to surround ourselves with people who are beneficial to our growth when it comes to overcoming stress and anxiety. So that if we're constantly placing ourselves around people who do not value this choice or put us in scenarios where we actually have to compromise our health, and that's a big one, right? I think it comes down to self-worth. Do we believe that we are worthy enough to hold true to what we know is best for our bodies and minds? And I think it looks vastly different for every single one of us. What is going to work for you is not necessarily what's going to work for me, but what I'm hoping through this flow is that I can give us not only the relaxation that we need, but also the breath work, so that maybe after this practice, if you are experiencing any kind of buildup of whatever that is for you, anxiety, a little bit of feeling of self-worthlessness, maybe you've just got some insecurities, maybe you are getting inflamed like myself, you might have a chronic autoimmune issue that keeps resurfacing, and we need to look at why is that occurring. What situations, people, places, scenarios are we constantly putting ourselves in that is firing that up, right? And we can't judge ourselves through this. It's a process. We need to pick partners who are definitely going to be supportive, and we need to be part of groups and support others who are also struggling with similar things, but maybe just on a different journey. So that is my job for us today, is not only to support myself, but also to support you. This is going to be only about a 20-minute flow, something really super simple, but I would like you to follow along, join me. I would be honored as we flow together today. So this is still for probably the advanced beginner to intermediate. There will be a few arm balances as well. That's just something that allows, when the breath is steady, to be super beautiful for the heart space, right? Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can put you down here. I think that will work. Okay, so yeah, hopefully, I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, if my eye starts to go like this, then just, deal with the fact that I'm the one-eyed yogi today, all right? So let's take a look at moving this into a child's pose, okay? It's a little windy here in Belize, so I'm right on the coast. I'm just gonna lay out my mat a little bit better here. Okay, so knees nice and wide, toes come to touch, yeah? And you'll end up drawing down your belly in between your thighs. Like, let's take it just a little bit slower. So instead of just dropping in, could you sort of press back your palms into the ground, letting your hips move a bit side to side? And then within that, it helps to floss out the hip flexors so we can soften down even further into the earth. So allow your forehead, that third eye, that's the space right between your eyebrows, to come to the ground and roll that out. Just allowing it to be easy breezy, letting go of any stress. Don't worry if your hips touch your heels, it's irrelevant. And then let's crawl ourselves up onto our seat so that you're sitting on your shins. Yeah, nice. And so the knees are wide. If you have any knee injuries, please prop yourself up. You might want to put a pillow underneath that. There's a lot of beautiful sounds happening around me, so we'll just go with it. Fingertips come behind you. Elevate up just through the chest, so keep your bum low. Lift up your heart, and notice if you can have your chin gently drawn in so that you've got this beautiful arching sensation without dropping your head all the way back. Let's keep the neck safe. So the breath is inhaling down into the very base of the pelvic floor. We're going to go long with the breath, yeah? And then as you exhale, could you almost pull up the perineum? So the very base of your pelvic floor needs to come up so that it squishes everything all the way up. And we exit with a beautiful exhale, eliminating anything that we don't need that's stagnant in through the belly and gut, right? All right, let's walk ourselves forward, tabletop pose, shoulders over top of the wrist line, but come forward a little bit more and really feel grounded, yeah? Take your right leg straight back behind you, toes tucked under. So I'm gonna mirror you, which means my left is your right. So we'll just be each going the same way, okay? Take your right leg and elevate it up. But at the same time that you do that, watch that you haven't sunk. Take up the heart. You can see that my leg is a little bit higher than my hips, but if you have a tendency to sway through the back, pull it up, be super strong, tiger stretch, left hand goes forward. Left hand goes forward, inhale, exhale, let's take elbow in towards the knee, so tuck, 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 maybe round, look down slightly, but keep open the upper back. Inhale, go long. Exhale, tap from behind, hand and foot come to touch. Inhale, go long. Exhale, elbow to knee, let's round like an angry cat. Inhale, go long. Exhale, reach back behind you. Tap, tap one last time, okay? So inhale, go super long. Stretch it out. Try and touch my fingertips. And exhale. Let's go elbow in towards the knee. Inhale, go long. Last time, we're going to hang on to the ankle or the foot. Reach back behind you. Grab onto your foot and start to kick up towards the sky. Maybe you lift your heart. Maybe you lift your gaze. Holding here for 3. Holding here for 2. Holding here for 1. Pause, extend out your right leg behind you, take your left arm forward, then eventually you'll drop your palm down, bring your right knee in, lift up your right hand and step your right foot up into low lunge. Okay, you got this. Scooch back your left knee, hold it out here, lunge forward, inhale, heart rises. Exhale, shift it back into your shins, straighten out your front leg as much as accessible for you, drop the gaze down between the legs. Inhale, come forward. So separate your collarbones, spread your heart, look up. Exhale, bring it back. Use your breath to just calm down. Releasing what we don't need. Inflammation slowly releasing from the body as we breathe. Inhale this time, hold. Take the hands up onto the thigh. Inhale, both arms rise up. So notice, not so ribby, yeah? Keep the gut pulled in just a little bit so the rib cage attaches down. Open up the arms a little bit higher. I know, sorry, this isn't the best angle. And exhale, palms to touch, and take a twist, elbow to the outer edge of your right knee. Ooh, got a little bit of an adjustment there. So take a look behind you. If that's accessible, go there. One more big inhale here. Exhale, take the gaze forward. Drop down your fingertips to either side of your front foot. Tuck your back toes under. Lift up your back knee, hold here. Inhaling, crescent lunge. Rise, pull your belly in. Elevate up your palms. Away we go. Nice. So dive it forward, back leg super strong. One more big breath in. Bring your palms together into the heart space. Left hand drops down. Take your right hand, sweep it up. Be super aware of what we're doing. This is how we begin to shift patterns. We can't shift patterns if we don't know what the fuck we are doing, right? So here we are for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your right hand, bring it all the way down. Let's take a chaturanga. Either keep your leg elevated or drop back into an upper push-up. Leg can extend. Inhale. Exhale, chin drop with me. Leg goes high, maybe. Inhale, upward dog cobra. I know that's a little close. Sorry about that. Reach up the gaze. So take your shoulders back and up with the heart instead of this. This is not a pose. This is hanging out. So try to open up your heart. Take it to downward facing dog. So keep your toes tucked under. Then one at a time, roll them under and walk them forward like an inch. Now pedal it out maybe, right? So I'm going to get really specific with downward dog. Anchor your index, your thumb, your pinky. Suction down the earth. And feel like the upper arms are rolling away from your ears so the back of your heart can pop up slightly. Now my mat is super full of humidity right now. It's a little bit wet, so I'm not going to jump up, but you can either jump or take a step, look forward, come up to the top of the mat. Inhale, either hands to shins, elevate heart space high, hello, high, and exhale, forward fold. Looking back behind you, take an inhale now. Let's go up. So you're gonna lose me, I think, a little bit. Oh no, we're good. Exhale, hands into the heart space. Interlock your hands around your right knee. Take it up and in, tree pose. Knee goes to the side. Left hip opens, right hip wide, palms to touch. Take the arms open if you like. If you want to go a little further, take right hand to leg. Option, stay here. Take left hand up or go blowing tree. Maybe you actually do have some blowing trees around you right now. Okay, so one more big inhale. And as you exhale, arms wide. Now hold here. Take your knee forward and up. Inhale, left elbow bends. Exhale, elbow to knee. Take it to touch. Inhale, open this up, but keep your elbow bent. Bring it back behind you. Tap hand to heel. Good. Bring your elbow bent, knee up. You got where we're going. Exhale. It's almost the same as we did on the floor, on our hands and knees. Exhale, back behind you. Give a little tap. Inhale up, elbow bends, knee bends. Last time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Open this up. Last time we're holding here. So take your leg back behind you, grab on, outer edge. Now some of you stay here, just bring your right hand to the center of the heart. If you want to do more like a twisted dancer's pose, you can start to kick back as you take your fingertips towards either the floor or up a little bit. Hold here for 3. Hold here for 2. Nice work. One last big inhale. Let's slowly start to rise ourselves all the way up. Take your knee in towards the chest. Lift your heart space high. Up we go. Awesome. And then eventually flex your foot and send your foot all the way down to match the other. Let's float, shall we? Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, flow it out. Exhale, down we go. I'm just going to get rid of my mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take palms down. Step it back. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Chaturanga is only 90 degrees. Do not go lower. That's weird. Don't stick your ass up. Keep everything neutral. Now, press upward dog cobra. Bring it into downward facing dog. Feet are only about a fist width apart, if that. Come forward, upper push-up. Take right hand forward, side plank, left. Feet side by side. Up goes left arm. Down goes left arm. Switch it up. To the other side we go. Let's go up goes the right arm. All right. Down we go. Now follow this. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, chaturanga, hold. Point your toes, upward dog cobra. Chaturanga, tuck your toes under, back to the shape. Upper push-up. Downward facing dog. Woo! Nicely done. All right, come on forward to tabletop, shoulders over the wrist first, then eventually start to drop your knees down towards the floor. Let's press it back, child's pose. So maybe your knees are a little closer for this one, or they could be a bit wider if you're still struggling with some hip shit, right? Like, I get it. So notice, could your bum go a little further to your heels after just some movement? Yeah, okay. Little time check here. All right, we're good. Start to bring your head a little further to the floor. Inhale, the breath slides all the way down to the exposed pelvic floor. Your bum is widening on that breath in. Sit bones moving apart. Exhale, things move up and through you to diminish that stuff that gets stuck, okay? This is very important for eliminating inflammation. We can't, if we don't breathe, how can anything escape, right? So we want it to dissipate so we can actually breathe in openness, expansiveness, peacefulness, love. One more big inhale, come forward, tabletop pose. All right, so here we are. Let's take our left foot straight back behind us, toes to the floor, pause. Then take your left foot and lift it up. Good. Send your right fingertips forward. This is so exciting. Now watch that you're not sinking, huh? Lift up. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow goes towards knee. You've done this before, I'm sure. Inhale, expand. Reach back behind you. Interesting little hamstring movement. Yeah. Kick the leg out, arm forward. Again, exhale. Inhale. Exhale behind. Give a little tap. My hand looks huge when it goes towards the camera. That's funny. Okay, inhale, go long. Woo! And exhale, take your elbow towards your knee. Sweating. Last time. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, take your hand behind you. Grab onto your foot, ankle, shin. Stay here if you like. Otherwise, press in, lift up. Up goes the leg. For 3. You got this for 2. Nice, nice, nice. And then for 1, slowly start to kick your leg all the way back. Reach your fingertips forward. Fingertips palm to the floor. Take your left knee, step it up to the top of the mat. Sorry, my camera just went a little bit dark there. Inhale, coming up with your heart. I'm going to scooch back slightly. And exhale, take it back. Hamstring stretch. Inhale, come on forward. Exhale, take it back. Ooh, sweating dripping down my face. Last time. Inhale, come on forward. Stay here now. Take your hands on the top of your thigh. Press back. Pull the belly in. Inhale, up goes your arms nice and high. Extension. Reach, 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 reach. Yeah, palms come all the way to touch. Slowly work them down into the heart space. Now you can keep your hands lifted or bring your palms into namaste, whatever works for you. Maybe the arms are feeling a little fatigued today, but elevate. And when you're ready, we'll all meet up in hands into the heart space with your elbow to the outer edge of your knee, twisting towards the left. Big breath in and big breath out. We're pausing here, looking over top of our back shoulder. And eventually you'll take yourself all the way back to center. And then drop your palms down towards the floor. Tuck your toes under. Lift up your back knee. All the way up we go. So pull your belly in. Arms rise high. Lifting up through the gaze. One more big inhale here. Exhale, take the hands into the heart space. Down the palms go towards the floor. Away we go. Leg elevates up. Maybe not. Exhale down, chaturanga or chin drop. So notice, if I'm down low, my leg is up high. If my leg was lower, I'd be up higher, right? It's all a matter of leverage and not hurting your shoulders. Point your toes away, lift. And then back to downward dog. So tuck, tuck. Easy. For 3. Holding here for 2. And then for 1, eventually look forward. You'll take as many steps as you need. Or maybe you're taking that hot up to the top of the mat. Inhale. And exhale, take it to forward fold. Come on up to standing. Up, up, up we go. I'm going to back up a little bit. And exhale, hands down. Interlock your hands around your left knee. Give a little squeeze up. You go. Nice. Take the knee out to the side and your foot goes above your knee or below or to the floor, tree pose. You know your variations. Take your arms wide. Nice. Eventually your hand can slide down. Your the right arm goes up, and maybe you've got blowing tree today. Holding here for 3. You got it. Maybe leaning over a little bit more. You've got to counter with your right hip while you go over for 2. Nice. And then for 1, take your arms open. This left knee needs to come all the way back to center. Hold. Perfect. Bend up through your right elbow. Inhale, hold here. Keep your left arm straight. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale, open. Exhale, behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is the last time, okay? Inhale, up we go. And exhale. Lots of breath. We need to breathe. We're eliminating, which is why we're also twisting. We're letting go. Take your hand behind you. Grab on. Now, as you kick into a twister dancers, woo, okay? Take your fingertips forward. Lift up your leg. You can see that it's kind of kicking out to the side, but maybe you kick it straight back behind you for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly bring yourself all the way upright. Bring your knee up and through. Hold here. Feet come all the way down side by side. Come up high on your toes, and we'll bring it down to earth. I should say bring your bum down to your heels. Good. Widen out your knees. You can relax in Malasana like this. Let it go. If you want to take it to crow pose, feel free. Here we go. Bring your palms to the floor. Option A. Stay here. Knees up, knees to the side. You choose, and come forward. Up, up, up we go. Feet up and in for 3. If you have an advanced variation of maybe going into a headstand, whatever works best for you, try. And then slowly bring your feet all the way down towards the floor. Nicely done. I like it. Let's take the heels to the ground, if that's accessible. If not, keep your heels up, right? Okay. Can you bring your armpits over your kneecaps and then lift your heart up? Nice. Beautiful. For 3. For 2. And then for 1, palms come together. Slowly sit your bum down. Take your peace fingers around your big toes and start to elevate up your legs. Maybe today they stay bent. I love it. Otherwise, legs wide. Lift your heart through. Elbows bend. Heart up. Yes. Breathe right into the pelvic floor. Inhale. Away we go. Exhale. Take your right leg in front of your left. Easy cross-legged. Inhale. Let both arms fly up. Exhale. Take it over. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, take it over. I just realized we forgot one little twist in our lunge, but that's okay. I'm sure you could have incorporated it if you needed it on the left side. So here we go. Crawling forward. Letting it go. Head down to the earth. Lean back, roll your spine coming all the way up. Take your hands behind you. Let your legs come out in front of you. Sit up tall. Inhale, Paschimottanasana, up go the arms. Exhale, come forward. Maybe you gotta bend your knees like crazy today, right? Otherwise, keep your feet nice and flexed, heart is open, and drop in. Inward poses draw us to a place of awareness. My patterning, the people, who am I surrounding myself with? What are my things, my stuff that I could slowly start to shift and change to make myself just that little bit healthier, right? Inflammation is no joke. It shows up in so many different ways. We can even have inflamed emotions because of how we have created the life around us, right? All right. Then bend up your knees once again. Use your hands on your big toes. Start to walk your feet back. Walk, walk. Lift up into an upward forward fold. Up go the legs. Hold here for 3. Spin your kneecap heads towards you for 2. Let your pinky toes curl back towards you. Take your left leg in front of your right. Left in front of right. Inhale, both arms up. Take it into a twist. Inhale, up go your arms. Exhale, take it to a twist. Come on forward. Drop in. Let it go. yourself. All the way back upright. Spin your legs over towards left or right, doesn't really matter. Come up to the top of your mat. Settle your knees as wide as your hip and just sit down on your heels if you've got a little bit more. I'm just gonna move my mat back so that my feet don't hurt. Sort of sensitive on wood like this. Your feet are out and your bum is down. Yeah, I can feel that in my hip flexors from travel. It's a little tight for me right now. So if your bum settles down, perfect. Otherwise, you probably want to put like something underneath your bum for support. And all we're doing is leaning back. So today, you might simply come down on your elbows. I love it. Otherwise, take your shoulders for a moment down towards the earth. Pause it out here. Let's hold here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then for 1. Slowly start to use your hands to your legs. Curl up. Use your elbows for support. Use your hands. Come up in a safe way. Oh, that hurt a little bit at the top of my feet. Hopefully that was okay for you. Bring your heels in. Let's settle that down. Palms to touch into the heart space. We're going to take a couple of moments to breathe, to let that go. This, as much as it is an asana practice, is certainly about the pranayama, the controlled breath, and about diving inwards as opposed to what's going on around us. So let's come to our comfortable seat. Giving yourself permission to just land here for a moment. If you're outside, allow the wind, the trees, all of those sounds to become sort of like that background noise that softens into your soul to allow your mind to calm. Your palms can come to touch or just simply rest them onto the knees. Lifting up the heart space, but not so much that it feels like you're trying to do something, that there's a softness in the spine. The core is drawn in and out, so your belly is really soft, but so is the low belly going into the perineum. We want to have this feeling of really deep expansion to the inhale and really deep contraction to the exhale. I'm going to I was thinking palms to touch, but what feels better is actually grounding into myself today with palms down. Allow your eyes to close, letting each eyelash almost feel it becomes intertwined while the eyelids soften towards each other. Eyeballs rolling deeper into the back of the skull. As we sit down, we recognize how easy it is to shift our weight right and left. Just like our lives, we have a direction, and instead of being right in the center of balance, we tend to shift to extremes. And this extreme behavior can definitely place a lot of strain on our mind body, causing us to kind of be outside of our comfort zone with health and wellness. So we breathe into the balance, whatever that looks like. Every day it's going to change, but could we wake up and make decisions for ourselves that feel right for who we are and where we are going on our path? The inhales begin to draw deeper in the body, allowing it to permeate very lengthy into the sit bones, the knees, into your pinky toe. And as you exhale, feel like you're drawing up from Earth's energy, that protection, that desire to be rooted and grounded in something so knowing that you will not falter from that. Stand up for who you are. Be fierce in your love of self, and I will do the same. As we breathe into that, our inflammation dissipates, our feeling of anxiety, depression, of self-worthlessness, of possibly not understanding all of our full power. We step away from the negative and we step into the positive. My dear friends, feel free to stay here, to soak up the sun, to breathe in the essence of you, because you are universe and I am universe, and we are all one. Please stay here, otherwise with me, eyes open. My deepest love is for this connection. This connection between you and I is so valuable. I learn from you, you learn from me. We are students and teachers constantly. I value feedback. I value who you are. If you have anything that you want to discuss with me about where you're at in terms of your health journey, you know I honor that. Please, in comments, feel free. From mine to yours. As always, namaste, my dear friends. I love you.